Hey y'all, happy Thursday. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, that just means you are catching the good old replay. Who saw this guy in our live sale last night? So if you're new around here, typically every Wednesday we do some sort of live sale, and this guy was in there, and I just added him to the website. So comment the word, I think it's winter. Yep, comment the word winter, and I will send you the supply list for everything I'm using. But let's go ahead and get started because we've got some painting, and I think we're gonna add a pattern to the snowman's belly. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, and let's go ahead and get started. So this is one of my wood cutouts, as y'all know, or if you don't know, all of my wood cutouts are made out of MDF. So that is what this is. And sometimes when you get your cutout, there will be a little wood burned smell. I know that some people are sensitive to it, but I personally love the smell. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Diane. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to put this to the side. Y'all save these for painting. They're amazing. Miss Sandra, I'm still here. I just started my live. So you are catching the live. Like I'm actually live and in person. So we're going to go ahead and let's put all our pieces to the side and let's get to painting. But before I do that, let's wipe up our glue. So sometimes when you get your cutouts, it can look a little like it's burned. It's not burned. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Karen. It's not burned. It's just the glue from the MDF. So I always tell y'all, that's dry. Hold, please. Let me grab a new baby wipe. Hi, Tammy. You are here on time. I know I'm on a little bit later than I normally am. Normally I go on around 6:30 Central Standard Time, but I had some stuff go on this evening that needed my attention. I was supposed to go live this morning. Some stuff happened. Then some more stuff happened this afternoon or this evening. But I'm finally here. I appreciate y'all being patient with me. But what I'm doing, y'all, is I'm just taking the baby wipe and I'm just wiping up all of that glue. That's going to help prevent your white paint from yellowing. That's just a little tip. I just fairly recently learned that. And it has been a game changer for me. Let me pull up my live over here. Let's get this dry. Hi, Joanne. Yes, our keyword is winter. So comment that keyword. You'll get the supply list. This guy was in our live sale yesterday. And you can shop the live sale until tomorrow afternoon. Can I show you the baby wipes? Yes, I get them in like a pack of like 12 packages. It's just the Amazon Elements. I'm pretty sure it's in my Amazon storefront. But I love these. I buy a big old box of them and just use them. They're the best. All right, so we are going to paint. And y'all, we're going to use some real paint brushes tonight because your girl is out of... Oh no, Miss Patty. Miss Patty, are you in the broadcast channel? Everyone do me a favor right now, down here in the pinned comment where it says comment winter, click on that pinned comment, open it up, okay? And there's a link in there. If you click on that link, it'll say, like, I think it says join my broadcast channel. Click on the link, join it, and that's how you'll get notified to go live. Facebook is constantly changing, so I'm doing my best to send out notifications as I can. Hi, Nara. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. No, everything is great. Everything is great. It's just been a busy day. Busy, busy, busy. So I am going to use my white chalk paste to paint. And we are just going to paint all of our little Frosty the Snowman. You're welcome, Patty. I've been wondering where you've been, Miss Patty, to be honest with you. But I didn't want to message you and bother you because I know it's that time of year where everybody's just kind of running around crazily and trying to get all the things done. Okay. All right. So yes, y'all, you see it here now. I'm using an actual paintbrush to paint instead of my foam brushes. So let's get this completely painted. Now his eyes are etched. So we're going to be really careful when we go in to paint around his eyes that we don't get the paint in his eyes because I want it to look nice and dark like it is right there. Okay, but let's get this covered. We're probably going to have to do a coat or two. which is fine. But I want to get this white. Now you can use whatever paint you want. You don't have to use chalk paste. You can use chalk paint, acrylic paint, whatever you have. I just figured since I have the chalk paste, we might as well use it. All right, so there's his little belly. I'm going to turn it over. Hi, Shannon Clark. How are you? Let's see. Now I have to be careful because I don't want to paint his hat because we're going to paint that black. Hi, Darlene. How are you, my friend? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to his eyes. Y'all, please pray for me that I don't get the white paint in his eyes. Okay, what am I going to do? Let's get... I'm trying to think here because you don't want to get paint in his eyes because they're etched. It's etched on there. And I'm trying to see if I can find a makeup sponge. But your girl, here we go. Here's one. Okay, so I'm going to take a little mini makeup sponge. This one's cut up. I'm going to offload my makeup sponge. And I'm just going to lightly, probably offloaded too much, lightly dab around the eyes. This is going to prevent from that white paint getting in there. Because if I take this brush and I go in and put it on there, it's going to get in that etched part. I'm doing good, Darlene. I'm doing good, Miss Stephanie. Thomas is doing good. He's just been busy with work. He's doing like a seasonal job right now until he can drive again. He works for a production company that does like some TV shows. And so right now they're not filming. So he's just doing some seasonal work. So, hi, Lorna. Oh, there's Boone. He says, hello, everybody. He wanted to make sure that y'all all knew he was here. All right. I'm going to get in there as close as I can. And then we're going to have to do a couple of coats with the makeup sponge that I literally just threw away. Why would I do that? I know, because it's me. Hello. Pray for who? Hi. Hi, Tina. Can you please pray for my friend Candy? She's going, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Miss Tina. Yes, we certainly can. Yay, Cheryl. Please post your pictures in the VIP group. I would love to see what y'all have worked on. I always tell y'all, anytime y'all do crafts, please post them in the VIP group. I would love to see them because y'all give me inspiration. Okay, let me find a makeup sponge, y'all. I have a whole pack somewhere over here. But wouldn't you know, I don't know where. So we're just going to do our best. Can you use a baby wipe? I probably could. Probably not. I mean, I probably could had I... Hold on. So I'm just going in with my foam, my mini foam brush. And I'm just lightly going over the eyes. I got a little bit in there, but it's not the end of the world, right? All right, let's dry it and see if it needs another coat. Hi, Donna. Hi, Ruthie. My back is doing okay, Miss Cheryl. I appreciate you asking. I will say fairly recently it kind of started hurting again, but nowhere near what it was before. Sorry, y'all. I'm dying of thirst for whatever reason. Just checking on y'all's comments. I am out of foam brushes, Miss Diane. I sure am. Alrighty, so we used bright white to paint our little snow me. And let's see if it needs another coat. Yes, comment that word winter. Y'all hang out till the end. Hit that heart button for me. And make sure you share the video. That helps me out so much when y'all do that. You can even share it into like crafting groups and all that jazz. That would be super helpful. But we want to make sure that this is nice and dry. What do y'all think? Does that look good or does it need another coat? I actually think it doesn't look super bad. So this is why, let me tell y'all, this is why I like the foam brushes. I don't know if you can see right here. It leaves, I don't like painting with regular brushes because I feel like, one, I'm a heavy painter. Two, it leaves stroke marks for me. Foam brushes don't typically do that for me. So that's personally why I also like painting with my foam brushes. I don't think it needs another coat, shockingly. But let's let's wipe this up. Hi, Lois. Hello, y'all. How's everybody doing? Am I on too late for y'all? Let me know. Normally I go live in the mornings on Thursday, but you know, life happened today and that didn't work, which is fine. But I'm here. I'm crafting with y'all. I told myself I'm going live 4 days this week. I'm going to try to go live Friday and Saturday and maybe Sunday. I'm just trying to get back in to the groove of things after taking, you know, some time off. Not off, but like not going all out like I was. Okay, so we've got that painted. So now we have the snowman's arms, right? We have this snowflake that's going to sit on top. So here's my question. This is what I'm wondering. Obviously, we can see through the back of the snowflake. His arms are going to be brown. Should this part right here where we can see through it, should it be white? Or should we do like an ocean mist blue on here? Because this is going to be white, and then we could do like an ocean mist, or we can paint with glacier. Perfect time. I'm over here trying to open it up. Great time for you. Okay, I might try to switch it up from time to time, because I know 6:30 doesn't work for everybody. So what do y'all think? Should we do ocean mist or glacier as the background? Now, we're going to put, let me explain this. We're going to put some parts of this snowflake and glacier on the snowman's belly, like really small parts. We're not going to end up using the whole snowflake on there. Ocean mist. Okay. So we'll go in with ocean mist. I ended up just getting a new one, y'all, because I didn't want to sit there and fiddle fart around. Distressed with glacier. Yeah, we're gonna add glacier to the belly with that transfer. So, all right, getting out another brush. Okay, I'm gonna offload it a little bit, and I really just need to paint the center part. The rest we won't see because the snowflake is going to cover it up. I just got to be sure not to get the blue on his little hands. Glacier would be pretty, yeah. Silver background, glacier, snow. Ooh, Samantha, that's a great idea. That's a really good idea. All right. That's painted. We're going to pull out some bark. Okay. Could also use espresso for this part. I'm going to use bark, and I'm going to use my mini foam brush, and I'm going to paint his little arms. And we might have to do a coat or two of the bark. But remember, we don't have to paint the whole snowflake because it's going to cover up most of it, the layer on top, okay? So if you're like wondering, why didn't she paint the whole thing? That's why. Okay. But glacier would be pretty. I agree. So tell me, what's the question I ask y'all every live? What did y'all have for dinner? I had a late lunch, so I actually haven't eaten dinner yet. I went and had lunch with Thomas before he left today. So, alrighty. We're going to paint this. I like using these foam brushes. These are also linked in my Amazon storefront. Y'all, just comment the word winter and then go to the very bottom of the message where it says Amazon favorites. And you can click on that and all my stuff from Amazon is listed on there for the most part. Sometimes I forget stuff. All right. So tell me, what did y'all have for dinner? Crockpot pulled pork. Yum, Stephanie. Shepherd's pie. Burritos with chili cheese and Spanish rice. Yum, spaghetti with your 4 grands. Popeyes, unfortunately, not enough time to cook today. I love Popeyes biscuits. They're my favorite. Pizza Hot dish. Ah, they're going so fast. Hi, Natalie. Didn't want to cook, so just fried some hot dogs. There you go, Michelle. Meatloaf, Miss Lois. I love me some meatloaf. All right. Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty good. All right, so that's, why am I drying that? I'm drying something that's not even painted, y'all. Spicy meatball sub from Subway. I don't think I've ever had their meatball subs, but I remember my brothers would always get those. Always. Ham, scalloped potatoes, green bean casserole. Yum, Miss Tammy. That sounds delicious. We're having fish sandwiches. Yum. Although I'm not a fish girl. Stir fry. Vegetable soup. Hi, Melinda. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. All right, just wiping off that glue. I'm going to use my foam brush, and we are just going to paint our little snowflake. And I was also thinking of adding the liquid glass to the snowflake. Yay or nay on that idea? We can see what it looks like at the end and decide. Breakfast for, oh, Miss Dawn. He's being rude. Boone is being rude. I was talking Boone, but I guess he wanted the attention. I love French toast. French toast is my favorite. My favorite breakfast food. And I rarely get it. Because y'all, I love me some breakfast food. Diamond Dust tomorrow. Have crock pot chicken. Ooh. Yes, I would love that. What is liquid glass? Liquid glass is always a yes. Let me see. So I have an example right here. So liquid glass is going to make whatever you, the background of whatever you put it on, make it look like glass. So the star has liquid glass on it. So you see how it's shiny, so it makes it look like it's glass. I had a cutout of the week that was a little reindeer with some Christmas lights on it, and that was super popular that week. Hi, lots of good dinner ideas because I never, me too, Miss Natalie. Hi, Pam, how are you? Hi, Victoria. I always make the same thing. Well, y'all know I always make my leftover spaghetti. I make a big pot and then I freeze my sauce, and I probably have that once a week. And then just here or there. French toast is mine too. Love breakfast anytime as well. I love French toast made. Ooh, Lisa, that sounds delicious. Perfect, Stephanie. That sounds wonderful. I think we might do liquid glass. Just because it's kind of getting to the point where we can't use it much anymore this year. I guess you could use liquid glass anytime. Pasta with alpina sauce. Alpina? What is that? My husband requests breakfast for dinner once a week. Girls' night out. Ham and baked potato. All right. If we're going to put liquid glass on it, then I don't think it needs to be absolutely perfect. But that's okay. Let's get this dry. Let's see how it looks. Okay. Ooh, y'all. And I think with that liquid glass, it's going to look really pretty. Now, this does go a certain way. Or maybe I'm just being a little dense. That could be happening too, y'all. Yes, liquid glass. Want to see how you do it because I got some. Okay, I can do that. We can do liquid glass tonight. What the heck? There we go. All right. So there is his little belly piece, right? Yeah, what is alpina sauce? Teach us, Miss Ruthie. Teach us, my friend. All right, I'm going to take my wet wipe or my baby wipe, and I'm going to wipe off the glue. And y'all, we're just going piece by piece. We are going to add a little bow because this guy is going to hang around his neck. And I think I'm going to paint this in grayish. Y'all probably like, girl, stop using that color because we can't get it. But I need to use it. I get it from Amazon, Karma. So liquid glass, this is the bottle I have. So like I was telling y'all, this is in my Amazon storefront. So when you comment that word winter, scroll to the bottom of the message and there'll be a button that says Amazon favorites. It should take you directly to my Amazon. Splatter the snowflake with Ocean Mist color. Oh, Miss Lisa. Should we do that? Ooh, should we do that and liquid glass? Ooh, giving me ideas. Ooh, they sell it at Michael's? I didn't know that. All right, so I'm going to lightly paint because this is scored. If I were to go in with one of my paint brushes really heavy with the paint, you're not going to be able to see this. So when you are when you're painting something that's lightly scored like this, you want to go in with light layers or thin layers and build it up, okay? Now it does look like you're not going to be able to see it. Once it dries, you'll see it. Okay, we can do that. I need to get my toothbrush out because y'all, I actually cleaned it. And it's not the toothbrush I use. It's a toothbrush I use for splatter painting. I don't want anybody to get that confused. I didn't go like use it to brush my teeth. You know, people think the wildest things on here. So you never know. I need to clarify. But I'm going in with light layers, thin layers, and building it up. That way it doesn't get in there. Okay, so we'll do that. We could totally do that. So maybe we don't even use the transfer today. We'll see. Maybe we don't even use that. Maybe we just keep it simple and just do the splatter. Dry paint I go back with, yeah, dry paint brush and it clean. Oh, really? That's a good tip. I didn't know that. Okay, we're gonna dry it. It's an Italian pink cream sauce. Tastes like Alfredo. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm dying of thirst for some reason. I don't ever normally like to drink while I'm on live, but your girl is thirsty. Okay, so there it is. We might have to go in with, maybe got a little too heavy-handed with that one. That's okay. That's okay. We'll see how it goes once it dries up a little bit more. Alrighty. Let's go in and paint his hat. Let's paint his hat black. I think, I just thought of this, a navy hat would be really cute too. I know that's different, but I think a navy hat would be really pretty. Just saying. All right, another paintbrush. Y'all, I miss my foam brushes. I don't like painting with paintbrushes. All right. You can use any black. I like to paint with our black because it does cover really well. You normally just have to use one coat and you're good. All right. That looks good. Put him to the side. Maybe. And we'll paint the brim. Cadet would look good. Yeah. Or if you have Midnight, I think Midnight would look good. It's just a little different spin on the snowman. You don't have to always do a black hat. But if you're more of a classic snowman fan, then go with it. I just thought a navy hat would be cool too. Is there a snowflake that goes on the hat too? No. There's not a snowflake, but there's a bird and some holly. And then we also have to paint the nose. Okay, brim of the hat is painted. Put that in my water. I don't know if Michelle is still here, but Michelle, prior, I have a cup of water to throw my brushes into, and I'm probably going to leave it there for a week and then it's all going to dry out. No, I'm going to go wash my brushes after my live. Let me close that. Alrighty. Let's take the carrot nose, paint this. Lots of painting tonight. But y'all, this was in my live sale yesterday. So if you've not shopped the live sale, you can still go shop it. Just go to the live from yesterday and you can just comment what you want and I will send you an invoice. You should be, Michelle. You should be. I did a snowman in shimmer teal. Teal freak. You love teal. You sure do love teal. You always recommend teal to me. All right, we're going to use papaya for his little carrot nose. And like I said, you don't have to use your chalk paste. You can use acrylic paint, chalk paint. This is just what I have. All right, so let's dry that and see if it needs another coat. And all my stuff is stuck. Imagine that. Hi, Nancy. No, you're fine, Stephanie. I do like teal too, but normally just during the spring and summer. Alrighty. I did one more coat with what was left. Y'all, you need some of these. These are amazing. I love them. All right. Let's go in with our bird. We're going to use candy apple. Now, if you have paint pens, and hi Patty, and these little pieces are a little bit harder for you to paint, you could totally go in with your paint pen and paint these smaller pieces. Okay. I'm just going to go in with my candy apple and just give this a good swipe. I'm going to attempt to not get it in his beak. What color beak should we do? Orange or yellow? What do y'all think? I'm thinking orange. Sorry, not sorry. That's okay. You're good, girl. You are just fine. What color beak should we do? That's nice and dry. Let me clean up just a smidge. We're going to use our Ocean Mist. Let's throw... Oh, you know what? I should have done the holly real quick. Orange, yellow, orange, 2 for orange. I'm going to go in and do the berries for the holly really quickly. Orange, yellow. Everybody's all over the place with that. Everybody has their own preference when it comes to that, I think. Let's do... I'm going to do, I think, orange. That's just what I want to do today. Yellow would be just fine. But I'm going to go in with my orange. I don't like that orange. It looks too neon-y. Maybe. Let me dry it. I feel like that looks like too neon orange. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Does that look okay? Let me try this one. That's about the same. Oh, that's a little bit more orange. Okay. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. All right, I'm going to go in with my black paint pen and do his little eyeball. Looks good. Set him to the side. We're almost done, y'all. We are so close. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Kathy. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm just going to use a paint pen for this one. And we're going to use our green. Okay. So if the intricate pieces are difficult for you to paint, paint pens are a great alternative. There's lots of options. I really like the Sharpie brand, the Sharpie Creative Markers. And these I'm starting to really like as well. Okay. Now that center part doesn't really matter because it's going to be covered with the berries. Hi, Jan. All right. Let's start putting our snowman together. So I think I'm going to opt for not going to doing the other snowflakes on the belly. Oh, heck. And y'all, now we're back here again where I don't know where it matches up. Nope. Nope. There we go. Have you tried? I have not tried alcohol markers. I have not. What brand are those? These are Artistro. These are the Artistro markers, and these are all the colors that it comes in. Boone. No, sir. I don't think so, sir. He's being sassy today. All right, I'm going to go through. I'm going to clean up the edges. This is where I always get a little shaky. The bottom doesn't really matter. But I'm just cleaning up the edges where I got a little messy with my paint. And we look pretty good. All right. Let's see here. All right, I want to add a little blush to his cheeks. So I just use makeup blush that I have in my makeup. Okay. Little sponge finger dauber brush. And I am just going to add his cheekies. Okay. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. And then I'm going to add, I'm going to use my marker to define his mouth. You could skip this part if you wanted, but the wood is etched or it's scored. So you can just trace it. You don't have to freehand it. I'm not good at freehanding, but y'all, if I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Okay, let's add his nose, but I'm wondering, should we distress a little? Probably. Let me add, where did I put it? The white distressing. Oh, here it is. We're going to add a little white distressing ink to his nose. Okay. To the top. To give it a little something something. Build it up. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's glue his nose. Y'all don't get quiet on me. Talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. Oh, I should do his hat. Y'all look at that. I remembered this time. But now I'm going to have stick fast all over my hands. That's the worst. All right. Where do you get the white distressing? Amazon. Y'all, like all the little extras that I use, like the inks, like all the little stuff that I use is mostly from Amazon. Make it look like snow. Oh heck. Make it look like snow. I don't know if I'm capable of that. All right, a little bit more ink, and we're going to do the top of his hat and the sides. Ooh. That's the only problem with the black and the white ink pad is that that color transfers. Okay. All right. So there's what we have so far. What do we think? Use Vaseline and WD-40 to take the stick fast off. Ooh, really? I could use Snow Tex. Yes, ma'am. I probably should have done that, but oh well. Alrighty. Let's glue his bird on. I'm going to add a little bit of Distressing ink to that guy. Y'all, distressing is so fun. If you're not doing it, you should. It really brings the project kind of together. All right, so I'm going to add this little bird right here. Yes, I have, looks more like snow that way. Yeah, I've never used it. I haven't used the snow text before, and I probably need to use it before it's too late, you know? Okay, I need to quit moving that. So do we like... Oh, I didn't color all of that. Y'all, I forgot a little piece. Should we put the holly in front of the bird, like so, or on the other side? I love snowmen. Snowmen are one of my favorite crafts to do. I absolutely love them. I could just do snowmen all day, but I think y'all get pretty bored. Let me dry this. So do we want to put, I kind of think I want to put it in front of the bird. I think that's what I want to do. I tell my husband we never have enough crafting tools and fun things to use. We want to try. Exactly. There's never enough. Ever. You always need more. There's always something new to try, right? All right, we'll put it in front of. I don't know why. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit of the white to the green. Okay. And then we'll glue this down. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm just going to put a dot on the back. And then let's glue the berries on. I'm just going to distress all around in white. And I use Stick Fast glue. Oh, I put way too much. Way too much. Like way too much. Okay. Ooh, y'all, look at him. He's coming together. Look how cute he is. Y'all, I love snowmen. Okay, we'll glue this on here. I'm trying to put glue where I don't think it'll seep out. Okay. Line that up. It is scored on there, so you know exactly where it goes. And then let me go grab my toothbrush so we can do some splattering. Yay! Day 2. If you weren't here yesterday, or what was it, Tuesday, I tried splattering for the first time, and it was so fun. So, let's clean this up just a smidgen. And here's what we have so far. Look how adorable he is. And I just moved that tremendously. Oh my gosh, Alex. Get it together, girl. All right, let's put this right here. So, yay. You know what? I don't think, no, I do. Right here. Alrighty, so we said we are going to use some ocean mist. I know, Michelle, not that. That's not ocean mist. That's glacier. We're going to use some ocean mist. Watch my top. You're absolutely right. That's probably way too much, but y'all, I'd rather just scoop it in there, and we're going to add some water. Yay, Stephanie. Okay. And I know that was way too much. Okay, I know. The great thing is when I'm done, I can just pour this right back in to my jar. All right. That looks like it's just going to get everywhere. Hold, please. Let me go get a paper towel. goodness, y'all. All right. Because it is clumped on there pretty good. So I am going to try to... I don't think it's wet enough. I don't think it is wet enough. Because I just tried it on there. I know, I do need an apron. Because y'all know it's going to end up on me. All right. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more water. And we're going to go for it, okay? So, using a toothbrush. And I forget, it's paste, so you do need to thin it out a little bit more than your like acrylic paint. All right. Ooh, y'all, it's doing it. This is so fun. Why did I wait so long to do this? Whoop. Okay, let me show you. Ah! I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. Let me wipe that off. Because it is chalk paste, so I can wipe it off. There we go. Let me get a little bit more and do that one little section. And y'all, I'm making a giant mess. But it's going to be so worth it. Okay. I know it's really hard to tell, but let me wipe up my hands and then I'll show y'all. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. All right, I'll pour that back in the jar here in just 1 second. But did y'all see it? Let me wipe my hands off first and then I'll get up there close and personal and I'll show y'all what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with the splatter. Why did we wait so long to do this? Why? All right. Can y'all see that? That looks pretty stinking pretty. All right, let's dry this. And then we're gonna do our liquid glass. Miss Tammy, it's the real around here. I like to try stuff so that y'all can see like what to do and what not to do, you know? I am by no means perfect. All right, liquid glass time. So this is on Amazon. Now here's the thing is I'm not going to be able to finish this project because the liquid glass needs to set up before I glue it. So let me see, maybe I go ahead. Oh, Lord. Let me go ahead and glue, and then I'll do the liquid glass on top. Okay? Maybe we should we do the liquid glass first or the bow and stuff first? Probably the bow and stuff first, huh? I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have done this last and shown y'all how to put the backer on. Gosh darn it. And that's not right. Here we go again. All right, line that up. Let's do the bow. All right. So I'm going to turn on my hot glue gun for this. Where did his little, there it is. So we're going to glue, or we're going to make a little bow with this. And I got another little tip for y'all. If you have a hard time making bows with this small ribbon, like using the jute to tie it in the middle, I got another little hack for y'all. Okay. So hold please. So we're going to glue this to the back, right? So let's make our little bow. Let's see. That's a good size. Okay, so I hate using jute to tie these little bows. You could do the loop method, but But I found something even easier. I mean, for me at least, to do. So I'm going to use little tiny elastic hair ties. So these are like little hair ties for like smaller ponytails or like little girl hair. But what you're going to do is you're going to make your loop, right? Squeeze it. And then, well, crud, where did I put it? Right here. You're going to take your elastic and you're going to pinch in the middle, and you are just going to twist this around the center. This is how you do it, Victoria. I just learned this like last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, so much easier than using jute or twine or ribbon or even a zip tie. And look, you got your bow. Look how dang easy that is. Rather than trying to get your jute, turn it around and twist it. There's your bow. Y'all, so easy, right? Now, I don't have these in my Amazon storefront, but I want to say this is a pack of 100. I want to say it's like $3 or $4. So use that little piece of info, and you can even do it on your big bows too. So just a little FYI for those of you. Alrighty, so then let's add our Let It Snow. So mine, I got a little heavy-handed, like I told y'all. So what I'm going to do, maybe, is I'm going to use a straight pin. What are they called? I bought these a long time ago. I will post, I don't know what these exact ones are called, Jan, but I can post a link up in my VIP group for you, or even in, I'll do it in the broadcast channel. That way y'all can snag them. Because that is the best little tip I learned recently, was that. Okay, so I am using a straight pin to clean it out. It looks so much better. Like I said, just don't be heavy-handed when painting, and you wouldn't have this problem. But your girl is a heavy-handed painter. I can't help myself. Okay. Get that down there. That looks a million times better. Oh no, Miss Donna, I know there's been a lot of issues with that happening. I saw that happening on other crafters' lives. All right, I'm going to loop it. Now, I wish I had a little tiny bell. Hold on. I might have one. Might have a little rusty bell up in here. These might be all the same size bells. Yeah. Those are all too big. So, no bell, but it'll be fine. We're going to tie this around. And then we will glue, and then we're going to be done, y'all. Well, no, we're not. I take that back. Because we're going to do the liquid glass. Okay. So there's what we have. I'm going to cut off the excess jute or twine, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And then let's cut this. And we're going to make his little scarf. Just glue and hold. Hi, Michelle. Glue and hold it down. Okay. Hold on, that's not even tight. There we go. Okay. And then we're just going to glue his little bow right here. Okay. Bear with me. And then let's fluff it. You could even add some, what was I thinking? Raffia to this, or a little bell. If you have a bell, you could add that on top of this right here. Now, if you don't like how it's dangling, you could totally glue, which I might end up doing. You can glue it down, which I think I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to use my hot glue to glue that down so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to show y'all real quickly, y'all, this was a long live. I'm going to show you how to do this easel backer, okay? And then we'll do the liquid glass. All right, so you're going to turn it over. First, I need to make sure of the height. Right? Okay, that looks good. So I'm guessing where to put this. So we're going to glue this down. And I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to put all the pieces. I'm not going to glue them in because we still want to do our liquid glass. But you glue it down, right? You put your slot in. Put this down. And then put this one in. Okay. And it makes it a little easel to where it will stand. Like so. But it's not standing because it's not glued. These pieces right here aren't glued. So, I hope that made sense. Let's do our liquid glass and then we're done. Okay? So, from good old Amazon, got just coming home from work, Christmas party, so listening. Oh, okay. Well, drive safe, Michelle. Drive safe, my friend. All right, we're going to use liquid glass all over the snowflake. Now, here's the thing, is it's going to look like, it's not going to look like glass when we put it on there, okay? It's going to have like a white tint to it, and it will dry clear, okay? Now, if you snag this, or if you place an order on the live sale and you want to add this to your order, you can totally add it without paying shipping again. I can just go in and add it to your invoice. But I will also put a picture of the back once I get that glued tomorrow. So if you get this project, you know exactly how to do the easel backer. Or if you don't even want to mess with that, you can just use a kickstand. You do you. Okay? Do whatever floats your boat. Whatever makes your heart happy. Okay? Getting that on there. Looks pretty good. Okay, and I am doing quite a thick layer. It's going to look more like glass the more that I add. Don't glue it. Yeah, well, it's okay right now. I shouldn't have glued the snowflake down, or the backer, I guess. I shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. It's pretty level. That's the key about this is you want to make sure it's level. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. Ah! Okay, and I'm just taking this and just adding it. It would have been cute to do it on the center part, like in the inside of the snowflake. But I think that's going to look really cool on top of the snowflake. Ooh. Oops. Yeah, so I would not glue your snowflake on. Do your liquid glass first. Let it dry overnight. Then glue your snowflake on. I just wanted to show y'all the finished piece, but I recommend leaving this piece off and gluing it after you do your liquid glass. Okay? So there is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell, but I did put it on kind of thick, and it's not completely even, but it's going to dry clear. And tomorrow I will post a picture right here on this page of what it looks like, so y'all can check it out. But I think it's okay. I will take a picture and show y'all how to glue this on the back. Yeah, it did work. It's okay. I might... It is a little... There. That's as level as I'm going to get it. You can still do the... Should we do the inside? I think I like it with not doing the inside. That way there's a little bit of contrast in there. But this will dry clear and it'll look like glass in the morning. And we'll be able to see that splatter paint through it. So I will post a finished picture on here. If you want to add this cutout to your order from last night, you can send me a message. And I can add it, not any additional shipping or anything like that. And you can add it. It's $15 and it comes with all of the cutout pieces. So you get all the pieces, the easel and all of that, okay? Like I said, if the easel's not for you, grab some kickstands and just glue them to the back and it should be good. All right. So that is it. Let's do our giveaway. Y'all have been amazing, but this is what our snowman looks like so far. Okay. I am going to let him chill and dry. He is so cute. I love snowmen, y'all. Snowmen are my jam. All right, let's pick a winner. So comment if you want this kit. If you didn't order or whatever, just comment the word winter. You can go get on the website as well if you didn't order anything from the live sale. It's just an option in case you already ordered. That way you don't pay shipping again. So comment the word, let's say bird. Comment the word bird, and the fourth person on my end will be tonight's winner, okay? So bird is the word. Thank you, Sharon. And I will see who the winner is. The most fair way I can think of. So bird is the word. Fourth person on my end to comment that will win. Patricia, you were the first one. Michelle, you were the second one. Jan, you were the third one. And Samantha Gold, you were number 4. So you are tonight's winner, Miss Samantha. Victoria and Samantha, please send me a message saying, hey, I won. Victoria, because you won the other night and I forgot to send you the form. If y'all will both send me a message saying, hey, I won, I will send you a form to fill out so I can get your giveaway out to you relatively soon. But I'm going to try to be on tomorrow at some point. If not, I'll be on Saturday and Sunday, okay? Y'all have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out with me late night, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.